Nakalapan Goddess here. I hope everyone is well. I'm starting my part 3 from yesterday, discussing how I was led to start my channel. I was talking about my a little bit of my past, just giving a little backstory, and then also discussing the situation with my daughter, her being missing. So I just wanted to clarify that because probably people was like, okay, well, so if you abandon her, how did she end up missing? So there's a place called Chow Haven here in Nevada, and when she disrespected me, I told them that no, she cannot come in the house. She's been leaving, she's been doing this, that, whatever. I took the drastic measures of letting her not come back in the home because we had an agreement when she came back home from being in the facility for treatment that she would be going to school to finish her education and that she would be getting a little part-time job. None of those things happened because she came to relapse. All she wanted to do was just have substances and just basically sleep all day, waste food, not clean her room. It was atrocious. Like, it was really, really bad. And so people are probably going to say, well, maybe her upbringing, it had nothing to do with that. She's just going through a lot with losing her dad. Um, Whatever relationship they had and whatever she's confused about, and then being abused, and there's so much going on, so I don't want to take you guys on a rabbit hole, but basically she's a troubled child that probably don't know how to deal with the grief and the loss, and in the confusion she's conflicted about the abuse her father inflicted on her, and then also having to deal with uh, sexual abuse, and then also soliciting. So she was groomed to become a lady of the night. Because I don't want to disrespect anybody, but basically, yeah, I don't mean to laugh or anything. As I know sometimes those circumstances are not always what ladies want to pursue. A lot of times that's not in a woman's nature anyway to want to solicit herself. So moving forward, because that's a lot of discussion as well too, and that's not what I'm here for. We could probably discuss that later on, but basically, she was at Chow Haven. She AWOL'd. No, she was at Chow Haven, then placed in a group home, and then she AWOL'd the group home to leave Vegas to go to California. So now she's in California, and the how I know that she's working is because she left with a young lady that was in the group home as well, but the young lady returned and she stayed in California. So this is how I know that she's out there working or what have you. Then also I have people just looking up my profile from California, which is so strange. But then I also have issues with the gentleman I'm renting from. He's lives in California, so I really don't know who's really looking up where, but there's a lot of suspicious activity currently going on, um, where somebody is trying to either set me up or catch me in a lie. I don't know. But it's just weird because I just have a whole bunch of weird people in my energy, and there's a whole bunch of inquiries on me and trying to. So I just figured this would be. I mean, even though my face is out there or whatever, but like I'm so emotional. My eyes is swollen. I just I've been going through it. So, um, excuse me. I should have. But yeah, so basically, I guess I have to wait now for her to return for them to figure out what they're gonna do, as far as like me not wanting her in the home, or if we're gonna go for services. And then it's so weird because it's like they try to sell you back your baby, like, oh, we can help you do this. It's not about money. It's not about paying me to keep my kid. And I understand that sometimes the system can fail them even more, because I remember the caseworker saying to me, um, it's better for her to come back home and try to work it out. Okay, I've been going through this since 2020, and it's been falling on deaf ears that this young lady wants to destroy herself. She's going through things. She doesn't want to comply with going to a therapist. She doesn't want to take her meds. I don't really like pharmaceuticals, so I would suggest like CBD or something, if like she's very hyperactive, just to keep her calm, because she wants to self medicate with marijuana anyway. So I feel like that was my way to kind of like keep her mind calm, her thoughts calm, because at this time she's feeling a lot of things. So I think like I was trying to put myself in that like predicament to say, well, she's feeling probably trapped in her mind. You know, she told me a few things that dad was doing, you know, around her. So, you know, a lot of things has happened which she was witness to. And I don't even know how to word this because, you know, YouTube and stuff, you don't want to say too much or whatever. But basically, um, a lot of things, she was exposed to a lot of things. I was going to put it like that. She was exposed to things that shouldn't have happened for a child, or for her to experience or see. So that right there, I don't know if it kind of like give you an idea of where I'm coming from, because I'm in all over the place, even from when I started the videos, because I'm just kind of like displaced with the whole situation of her leaving. Well, for me saying that she couldn't come back home, from her going to the state, then the state, her leaving the state, which I'm still responsible for her. So even when she left, um, and they told me that she left, well, she AWOL'd, that's when I was like, oh God, well, I've been trying to keep up my strength, you know, just having a child with the issues that she has, and then she's outside, and then she's doing drugs. And it's not the fact of putting her business on Front Street or putting my business on Front Street. It's the simple fact that this is like a epidemic. This is something that's going on, and it's a lot of young girls, and it's just not only out here, because you know people be like, oh, it's Sin City. Oh, well, right. Like, what did you expect to happen? It's happening everywhere, and what's killing me is the simple fact that I left New York, I left Brooklyn, thinking I'm going to protect my daughters, um, and then coming here, and the nightmare happened anyway. You know, that kind of, it's like, you know, so, oh no, guys, it's like, I feel so guilty, because I'm like, okay, you had to fight with her. You told her she can't come back in the house, but she had been doing this for a lot of times. And then I also was distracted because I also had both my grandsons. My second grandson, he went back home recently, but I had him for 5 months. So in those 5 months, she just was getting more loose goose because my attention wasn't on her, and it was hard for me to kind of like balance that um with checking up on her because she's very sneaky, so she wants to like, her behavior is sporadic. So she just, oh mom, I'm going to the store, I'm going to take a walk, I'm going to the library, I'm this, that, whatever. And I'm like, wait. So I'm either like changing the pamper or getting the baby something to eat and things like that. And then that's when she does things when I'm distracted or I'm not really paying her any mind. And that's when I'm like, oh, okay. So she was planning her escape. And then when she didn't want me to see the activities that she was partaking in, she would jump through the window. So she would change or whatever. But there was one time I did see her going through the window, and um, bodily secretions and, was on her person. And that's when I knew that, yeah, she's out there doing things. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying in part one, no, I believe it's part two, when I said I heard a man's voice, and I didn't, because I usually review my videos to see where I messed up at, because then sometimes, a lot of times, um, my mind is moving faster than my mouth. So sometimes I'm just like trying to get it out and then try to remember in different, like to put it in a, I don't understand, like when you read in a chapter in a book, or like say for instance the Bible, and then there's a chapter and there's a verse, so you just want to make sure that you're going in order. But I was all over the place because I was very much emotional. I'm a little bit better today. I'm a little bit more centered. um, I cleared my aura. Like I said, I have my little routine. I do clear my air with a little Palo Santo or sage or incense, like a hex breaker and things of that nature, to clear my energy. Because when I know it starts from like the crown of my head down to my feet. Then I get like pricklies on my back. Then I get like headaches or ear aches and stuff like that. So it's just so much things going on, and I've seen symptoms of ascending and things like that. So I'm just like still learning everything and going through um, the channels, I guess, as the different levels, or the higher learning, I want to say, as far as what's transpiring, what's happening with me at this particular time. So anyway, getting back to it, I was telling you guys basically how I heard the voice, and I thought I was tripping. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought I was losing it. I said I'm gonna have to get evaluated, because what? I'm hearing voices now. So I said, oh my God, this baby probably got it from me. Lord have mercy. It was not the case. I heard the voice because I've been getting ear aches, and I feel like that was communication from the other side. So if there's spectators or skeptics that would hear me say this and be like, yeah, you something wrong with you. But no, I heard the voice say, that's what you let your daughter do? And then I had a dream right after that. And the dream was basically saying to me a warning that she's out there doing things, right? And I had an idea. I had like a feeling that she was doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing, because one day she came home with a whole bunch of items, and I'm just like, so she goes to this program called Embracing Project. Embracing Project is a program for young ladies out here in Las Vegas, where they help troubled girls that have been in probably criminal activity, like probably on probation, parole, um, or problems with mental health or problems with academics, not going to school, things like that. So troubled teenager girls that they help, and they give them a lot of stuff. They have different programs. They take them out trips. They go to different activities and they get rewards, and they get award recognition, certificates recognition, things like that. So this program was to help her finish her education. And she didn't get a chance to finish her GED because this is when she started to get a little bit more provocative in her behavior, where she started to enjoy the monetary value for the activities that she was partaking in. I'm trying to be very professional on what I'm saying because they've been flagging my videos for no reason. Like, I feel like all of that has something to do with the entities. Like, I don't know if anybody's experiencing like big dips in views and things like that. I don't know what's happening, but I also know that there's a lot of people on this channel watching and not really interacting, but just there. But I like the fact that it's 111. 111 is such a good number, so it feels like I'm on the right path and that the audience is feeling the content. But I did say, let me just come to start talking and coming and showing up, because it's one thing to do something and then not to be the representative or to be part of what you're representing. So I just wanted to showcase that this is me, this is my life, this is something I love. I love the whole aesthetic. I love to the wrap in my hair. I like being fancy. I like the whole ideology of strong women. So I wanted to start off with a goddess quote when I started talking to you guys, but I had so much on my mind, and just wanted to get that out there because I didn't want to confuse anybody to feel like, okay, so you abandon her and you talking about she missing, like, make it make sense. So I just wanted to clarify, which I don't, but I just feel like if I'm gonna put it out there, I want it to make sense, and I just don't want it to be like whatever, because there's so much fabrication, there's so much of pretensive drama, things happening in this life. So I just know that oh, okay, Papa, you can't go in the camera. It's okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
No, I love you. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys. Okay, Papa. See you. Okay. Oh. Okay, Pop. Okay, so guys, you already seen me, so yeah. So basically what I said I'm gonna do a goddess quote. And I'm just I'm a mess, guys. When I'm a mess, I just feel like I can't show up to the world, but it doesn't matter because 11:11 on the clock. I want to just say, every time I make a wish when I see 11:11, but I'm not gonna make a wish. I'm gonna pray, and I just hope that everybody in their families and you and your loved ones, if you have good relationships, try to hold on to those relationships. I bless those unions, and I wish everyone to have a close-knit relationship with their loved ones. If not, you can always love them from afar. But I just also too want to say, I hope my baby girl is okay out in those streets. And I just hope everybody has a little bit more of clarity and sunshine in their thunderstorms, especially with life is going on as a whole. There's so much death. There's so much things going on in this world that make you feel discouraged. And I just want to hope, I hope that we have a little bit more of good news. I mean, there's just so much going on in this world that is a little bit discouraging. So I just want to give some encouraging words. Also, so I'm gonna just end it there and say amen. And to the Most High, thank you for a roof over my head, food to eat, clothes on my back, breathe, the air to breathe. No, that's the whole thing. I'm always thankful, especially like I feel like when I wake up, have a new advantage to make things better, to send good things out in the universe, and just live with love. That's my whole thing. That's why I like being by myself, because I'll be in a mood and I don't have time to people to mess up my mood, because I don't like being a sourpuss. I hate it. Anyhow, so this was my goddess quote, and I'm gonna start doing that. Like, so when I do videos, because I'm still gonna do my shorts. I like doing shorts. I like doing the AI with the visuals of the goddess and the powerful quotes and things like that. It was going so well, and then it just like dropped. And I just was like, well, I don't know if I'm being promoted, but hopefully I'll be able to do that on my own and start to learn how to be a little bit more advertising or marketing my videos and things like that. Stuff I'm still learning. But the quote is, "Don't you dare dim your light to please others. It's your light. No one else own it. Share it. Be proud of it. For your strength, each time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it possible, without claiming it, she stands up for all women." I'm going to repeat that. Each time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it possibly, without claiming it, she stands up for all women. Maya Angelou. For empowerment, you are the one you've been waiting for. Stop waiting for someone else to make you whole. And I believe in that, because I feel like you make your own happiness. I feel like when you're with someone, it's a bonus. Like, it's a plus. It's an addition to you. Like, it's not going to complete you. And I used to think like that. I used to think opposite of this quote, because I used to think that you needed somebody as a balance when they say Holy Trinity. My Holy Trinity is man, woman, and child. And, the other, they say, what is it? Holy Ghost, Father, Holy Ghost, something. I don't know, but it don't make sense, because Holy Ghost that's something of not in the present. It's not spiritually, not physically here, physical in the physical realm, but it's in the spiritual realm. So I don't know how that could be part of a Trinity, but that's another topic, because then, they probably going to come for me anyway. Then for the daily affirmation, I am a beautiful goddess. I radiate goddess energy. I am an infinite source of divine energy. I am a beautiful goddess. I radiate goddess energy. I am an infinite source of divine energy. I like that. So for inner wisdom, God may be in details, but the goddess is in the questions, by Gloria Steinem. I'll say it again. God may be in the details, but the goddess is in the questions, by Gloria Steinem. For courage, being brave enough to just be unapologetic for who you are, that's a goddess, by Banks. So that is why I'm so adamant, like I said before, about the goddess energy. It's such a high energy. It's such a sacred energy. It's such an energy to me that's bringing you closer to the Most High. Also to your higher self. Why not feel that you're walking on clouds? Why not feel that empowerment that I am everything? I am worthy. I am awesome. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I am intelligent. I'm smart. All those things. And even if you're having a bad day, because we all have bad days, there's days where I just want to flip off and just wish I could just flip like Gabby Douglas and just start somersaulting and flipping and busting ass, but we can't, right? So there's times where you just have to find ways to channel your energy, and I channel my energy with being positive. So like, if I know I can't show up that day and I'm not posting or what have you, I'll just go online and then I'll look to my favorite pages that I follow or people I follow, and then I get a good burst of energy or a good burst of happiness, or I feel loved, and then I feel that I can go ahead and start to spread love. So then I start sending out hearts or saying good things, or going to videos that may not have that much likes and just send a like, because those things help people feel motivated. Um, Even though some people might be like, oh, you feeding for likes or this, that. It's not the fact that anybody's feeding for likes, but it does help somebody when they're not getting the likes or the traction, the attention from the audience. So I always feel like the underdogs don't get as much recognition. So I usually try to subscribe to people that don't get as much, because I feel like the ones that's already getting, you're already getting, so you don't need no more. Not to say that they shouldn't still get likes because they're popular, but I feel like a lot of the people that don't, I always try to give a little heart or encouragement. There's nothing wrong with that. So I feel that's great. Then for courage, embrace your inner power and radiate your unique divine light today. So that's the goddess quotes for today. So I really want to do it on a daily because there's 5 of them, and then there's a poem. So I'll do the poem after I do the 5. So we have the strength, empowerment, daily affirmation, inner wisdom, and for courage. And the poem is: the goddess is a woman who knows her power, who lives her truth and speaks it. I love that. The goddess is a woman who knows her power, who lives her truth and speaks it. I love that. So I'm going to just go ahead and end it there because I already ran over, but I just really wanted to let you guys know that was the whole situation with my mother-daughter relationship here. Like, my baby been, I want to say since, let me review it because sometimes, so she left the group home sorry, because I want to make sure. So the 18th. So okay, so all this happened in the span of, she left home. Well, I didn't let her come home the March 2nd because she was gone for 4 days. And I refused to deal with this because I've been going through it for years. This child back and forth doing whatever she wants to do, and I just was not, I'm over it. And then so yeah, so the 19th rather. Yeah, the 19th. So she's been gone since the 19th of March when she left the group home and AWOL'd, and then now it's April 3rd and she still hasn't returned. So I was trying to really let go and let God, but it didn't just feel right in my spirit, because having a child, even though you might not like what is happening with that child is at this particular moment, I just feel like I didn't want to be like how I my relationship with my mom. Like, I'm trying to break curses. I'm trying to break generational curses. I'm trying to um I'm getting inflamed. I'm looking at my chin. um I just feel like at this point I didn't want her just to fall to the wayside. Like, it was a couple of things that the caseworker was saying that, okay, even though she cannot just be out in the world without having contact with family. But with my mind, because how I am, I'm like, I don't need family. I don't care. But she's not built like me. Not everybody have the same mind like me, because I'm able to cut off, go on about my business. It's a Reynolds wrap, curtains, it's done. The Broadway show is over. That's how I be. Like, next, cut. Like, I don't have time. I do not have the time. I used to do it, and it just didn't make no sense. So now that I'm getting older, and when we get older, we get a little bit more stubborn in our ways and things like that. And I just got to the point where I was like, yo, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with nobody disrespecting me. I'm not dealing with nobody keep on trying to take me there. And I'm not going there for nobody, because I already been incarcerated for foolishness. And I'm not going to nobody's jail because I'm being tried. Now, the only thing I can say is that if I ever had to come out of character, would be because of my grandsons. Somebody do something to my grandsons, that's when I think I probably is going to be the last dragon. I'm going to be Bruce Lee Roy out this mug, and it's going to be problems. So I just know when I'm to that point, you get stubborn, you get set in your ways and things like that. But that's really what I wanted to just clarify, because people are probably confused about part 1 and part 2, and then the emotional things, because I was all over the place. And so I just wanted to bring a little bit more clarity, which they always say, it doesn't matter. You lose your power when you explain to people and things like that. But at this point in life, I probably could be helping another mom, or somebody that might be having something similar to my situation, and they might feel a little bit rest assured in their spirit that they're not alone in this world going through trials and tribulations with either being a mom and having children, and sometimes not knowing what to do, because sometimes it's like that. We just don't know where we're gonna do next. So that concludes Goddess Naklaban Chronicles, and I will continue to do my visuals. I will continue to show up. I will continue to give a little video here and there. They might not be as lengthy as these ones that I first started on this channel, because I just wanted you to get a little backstory and kind of know where the author, the creator of the channel is coming from. That is not nothing fugazi or shady. And this is coming from the heart. It's coming from a genuine place. And it's something that's been orchestrated in my mind for a long, periodically time. And I just now am able to execute and come with conviction and confidence in my spirit to talk and share and be a goddess baddie. Goddess baddie, yeah. I know the baddie is kind of like a thing where everybody's like, oh, don't be a baddie, but it's a good thing. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's not negative to me. It's using that word, but hey. But anyhow, guys, or ladies, gents, whoever is part of this channel, I wish you a beautiful day today. Well, right now it's 11:27. Um, and it's 62 degrees where I'm at. It's a little bit windy. I don't know what y'all weather over where y'all at, but I just want to, send good vibrations, high vibrations, beautiful love and light. And I have my new thing where I call it grace, gratitude, and glow. The 3 G's for the goddess: grace, gratitude, and glow. Grace, gratitude, and glow. I don't know, that was kind of a little Caucasianish, but it's okay. I was wanting to bring up the vibes. All right, guys, so I will see you tomorrow. I will be dropping, I'll probably try to condense them so it's not like so long. I don't want to hold you guys too long because we do got things to do in our day. Boop, 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 boop. And so, that's gonna be it, guys. Yeah, that's it. Let me just, because I told you I'm long with it and I can keep going, but yeah, that's it. To all the beautiful ladies or handsome gents or anyone that's watching the channel, if we have any young ones, young men and young women that watch the channel, thank you for your support. Thank you for my 111 subscribers. I always send love and light, and I just want everybody to feel good in their spirit, because sometimes this life makes us feel a little bit grim, but we're gonna have to turn that light on. Okay? All right. See you guys later. Peace.